Hi, so this is crafthub's admin login screen. You can simply log in with the email address and password you created during registration. If you're having trouble remembering your password, you can click on the Forgot Password link up here, type in your email address, and click Reset. You'll receive an email within a few seconds with instructions on how to reset your password. So let's go ahead and log in. At this point, you'll see that there is a big link at the top to add your Etsy account. This is a very important feature. You can't use any of CraftHub's services unless you have an attached Etsy account. As you can see, if you click on any navigation page, that they're all blocked off and you have to add your account. So let's go back to the dashboard, click Add Etsy Account. You can see here that it is CraftHub asking for permission to access your Etsy account. Just click Allow Access. Now we're going to enter in the name of the shop, which is CraftHub Me. At this point, we have attached the Etsy account for CraftHub and the date that it was attached. Now we're going to click on Products, and you can see this is the only test product we have in our store. We just clicked on the product, so now we can attach a media item. If you attach a media item at this point, it will automatically attach to the product. If this is selected, it is switched on when you first load the page. If you go to the media tab, this is pretty much the same screen. The only change is that you cannot attach a listing to a media item upon upload. So let's go back to products. Let's click on our test product and let's attach some files. We don't have any specific file formats that you have to comply with for files. If you have zip files, Photoshop airbrushes, anything that you have, you can attach as a media item. So let's go ahead and pick this koala bear, and then for the thumbnail, let's pick the same thing so we can see it easily. And you can see that we have pre-filled the public title, and description based on the Etsy information. You can click in and override this. But it's really up to you. You can just keep the standard text if you want. So let's go ahead and upload. Okay, so you can see that we're still in the product and we have attached a media item to the listing or a product. Okay, so at this point, this koala bear is attached to our example product. So if we go back to products, you'll see this little ID. If you click on this, it'll bring you to the media tab and you'll be able to update the image, choose a new thumbnail, redo the title, erase it, or create an ad hoc link. We can talk about that later. So let's go back to products. Okay, so as you can see, we've attached a media item, but we're not quite ready to automate our transactions yet. So if we go back to products, there is a instant download icon here, and if we turn it on, that's it. At this point, if anyone purchases product, they would be sent an email with a link to a media page with this little nice koala bear. So for all intents and purposes, this account is now configured and ready to send email. I'm going to talk about a little bit more features that you can customize certain things about your emails. So here you can set a subject line for your email. You can type anything you want. There's no real character limit, although I do suggest something that's not so long that it will get caught in spam filters. And this is the email body. Again, you can type in whatever you want. This even accepts HTML. So if you wanted to embed any kind of logo or branding, you can go ahead and do that as long as you're hosting the images. And this piece right here is very important. This is the placeholder of where we're going to give your customer a link to your file. So this has to be in there. If this isn't in there, They'll receive an email, but they'll not be able to take any kind of action on it. So that's very important. So we didn't make any changes, so there's no need to save. Okay, so we can go to settings. You can see that we have auto renew set to off. This is the standard setting. So Etsy recently allowed you to set a quantity for products that will basically relist an item for you as the quantity ticks down. If you didn't want to manage your quantity of products, you could simply turn this on, and anytime anybody purchased this, it would set it back to 1. So you don't have to go into Etsy and manage a quantity at all. It'll just relist by itself. Skip that off. And then underneath here, you can lock files to an IP. It starts with off. If this is on and somebody receives a file and they download it to their computer, it'll lock any future downloads to their home IP or whatever IP they access from. This is a security feature so that people can't just share links easily and just basically have your purchases shared among friends. We default this to off because sometimes people do have multiple IP addresses if they're at work and then they go home. They may just be harmlessly accessing files from 2 locations, which is not a real problem. If we go to account, we can see what kinds of accounts are available. You're going to start off in the trial, which is just, I think now we have 10 transactions. This is wrong. But you will actually have 10 transactions. If you go to the dashboard, you can see that you have 10 transactions remaining. So let's go back to account. So this is just how you would end up subscribing. So, pretty simple. You just pay us a monthly fee and we let you do transactions. Okay, let's go back to media. So you can see there's only one media item. There's just not much to do here other than create an ad hoc link. This is a cost of 1 transaction. So, with your trial account, you can go ahead and click around and make a couple of these just so you can see how things work. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is a basically disposable link, so I recommend saving it. But there's your file. So you could have sent this to somebody in an email and they can just click on that link and they can download it. If we go to reports, you'll see that you've created this ad hoc link and that I myself have actually downloaded it. So that's a pretty cool feature to have. Okay, so that's basically the general overview of how to set up a crafthub account. One thing that is not too obvious is the logout link. You shouldn't have to do it too often, but here you go. Alright, thank you.